Can you explain to me CM Punk's heat with Colt Cabana? How did this all go down? What is going on between them?
This goes back to, JJ said Hulk Hogan is the third party, so that'd be funny. Well, the investigation concluded, and all it says is, I go over in the end, brother. It's like, you weren't even involved. What are you doing? Get out of here. Get out of here, Hulkster. No, but this all stems back from CM Punk walking out on WWE, having heat with their doctor for being misdiagnosed with a staph infection, going on Colt Cabana's podcast, which was like a huge spike for his podcast, because that was the first time Punk spoke on this incident when he walked out, was on Colt Cabana's podcast. But he buried everybody. He buried Vince. He buried Hunter. He buried Stephanie. He buried the doctor. And that's what really got him, because now you're disparaging somebody who practices medicine. So they got sued separately. CM Punk started flipping the bill for Colt Cabana to pay for his legal fees. So they was paying, but then somewhere along the way, he says, you don't have to pay for my legal fees anymore. So nobody knows what happened in there, but CM Punk basically cut off Colt Cabana for a reason. And then they started going at it, and then they had heat, and then they started suing each other, and then it led to this.
Why did they sue each other?
I don't know, because of monies owed. Because CM Punk
they both got sued by WWE.
Yeah, and then CM Punk's like, okay, you got to pay me back the money that I fronted for the legal fees. And then Colt Cabana, I believe, said, no, I thought you agreed to pay for these. So then that's when receipts and emails and everything started flying. So it was money involved, but that's where the heat stems from. So if Colt Cabana goes on with his life, becomes a wrestler in AEW, CM Punk comes back, then all of a sudden, Colt Cabana wasn't really doing anything. His contract was quietly let to expire. When that expired, people started saying that CM Punk got him fired. But then the Bucks stood up for Colt Cabana, got him a job with Ring of Honor. So that's where this all stemmed from. And then that's when they were like, Adam called him out for not being a friend or whatever that, going into business for himself promo was. Yeah, it's a mess, but it's crazy to think that this goes back 10 years. So that's why it's like, this couldn't have been a little piece of business. This could have been a big piece of business, because there's a lot of heat. But can Punk bury that heat enough to obviously work with the Bucks? And like Mike said, book it. Mike put it best on our show last week, is like, now he is intertangled with Colt Cabana for the rest of his career, whether he likes it or not now.
They have to have a match at this point.
That's what it's like. What else do you do? They
have to do it.
What else do you do? No, at this point, you have to have a match, and would you not pay to see that? I would pay to see it.
They do a loser pays legal fees match.